a miner's cabin. Who watches the ghost stories on thing? Do you know the Ghost Adventure Crew?
Yeah.
That's the miner's cabin. You guys will be able to go in that tonight. So
Wow.
pretty exciting. So let's walk down here. All the way down to the Crown Point, which is that building down there. It's burned down below us over a year. We documented guys. We don't even know how many other guys are down there. Do you think they haunt us? Hunt this? Absolutely. Absolutely. I've stayed in it many a time, and I've gotten several things come through that would be a minor. So we treat our spirits very, very nicely. I consider them like my family, mothers, fathers, grandfathers, grandmothers.
Grandsons. Now, as once thought, this building was not built in 1859. The year that gold discovery in Gold Canyon is what was then the Utah Territory. That year was actually too early to construct the size of this building for any means. Let's see, with the rush to Washoe began after the severe winter of 1859 and 1860, and with Gold Hill's population grew from 638 in August of 1860 to 1,297 in 1861. And with the fever of mining, the flurry of construction meant consistent level of activity at the Carson City's recorder's office. They were overwhelmed with claims. So, what do we need? We need hotels. So, in July of 1861, this hotel was under construction. Businesswoman and entrepreneur Miss Louise Forster and Alfred Risen formed a co-partnership and built this hotel to operate the hotel on property jointly held on the west side of the main street. Okay. The hotel was known as the Risen House. And let's see. Shortly after the hotel's competition, a wet winter flooded the Comstock in 1861 and 1862. Torrential rains and melting snow in January of 1862 resulted in damage in the town, and substantial structure ruined to this side of the Risen House, taking out the south wall of this hotel. All right. Now, fast forward a little bit to in late 1862, Horace Vesey, not Vesey, Vesey, and his son leased and operated the Risen House. Now, he changed it to where it was called Vesey's Exchange, and then it was the Vesey House, and then it ended up being the Vesey's Hotel. Now, in 1863, on the south side here, Horace built a wooden 2.5-story addition to the south of course, this original building, which this is the original structure of the hotel, this grand room they call it. Okay? Now, the hotel became very influential. It became essential. Anybody came to this hotel to stay, to work. Mrs. Stowe was here. It was really kind of the hub, and then other hotels, of course, started building up because, share the wealth kind of thing, okay? Now, fast forward a little bit more. In October of 1887, Mr. and Mrs. Bowden, they bought the hotel and they turned this into a residential place, okay? Well, the ghosts are talking. How about that? I like that. So for many years, for about 25 years, this was actually a residence. It wasn't a working hotel, okay? But it got to the point where the 2.5 wooden story was just starting to be dilapidated, and so they tore it all down. Now, there is a long line of, I call it my architectural timelines. In the book here, it tells you who was here and when, who owned it, who leased it, who had this business, who had the hotel, wow. the Crown Point restaurant, when that came to be. It's all in my book. Wow. And it's very interesting. I had a lot of fun writing this because the lady that is my researcher. She's a special works historian at Reno Historical Society. Her name's Arlie LaFerry, and there's nothing that woman can't find. And the things that she found for this book are just amazing. So when you read it, please be amazed, okay? Now, one last thing before Mrs. Stowe comes up to the floor here is I want to tell you when and where the wonderful and popular ghosts, Rosie and William, were first found, okay? Okay, in the autumn of 1990, head housekeeper for the Gold Hill Hotel, Vicki Miller, granted an interview with the Reno Gazette-Journal. The discussion was about the two incidents of ghostly meetings that she had in January of 1988. While she was cleaning their respective rooms, 3, 4, and 8, she is the one that discovered the rose perfume, the cigar smoke, and also she saw the manifestations of Rosie in room 3 and of William in room 4. And so she dubbed them Rosie and William, and today they still embrace everybody's energies, and I hope that they come to you tonight and say hi. Okay? Thank you.
Yes, I am Mrs. C.M. Stowe, but we're all friends here. You can call me Kate, aren't we? And we're here to all seek the truth, are we not? Yes, from San Jose, I would travel up here twice in 1866 and once in 1867, and the last time in 1874 or 5. I can't remember. It's been so long. And I would travel up here and offer my clairvoyant physician services, but actually I'm known as a spiritualist. And as a spiritualist, we offer many different skills. For instance, I started off as a trance speaker. Now, trance speaker is where the spirits come to me and use me as a vehicle to share what it is they think you need to know. And I just want you to understand that when we pass, we have a continuous sphere of life. So it doesn't end. What we have, the skills and the life that we have when we pass, when our life here on earth ends, those things still go on. And so the spirits use we trance speakers to communicate what they think we should know in order to correct the wrongs that are happening in the world. For instance, I'm a true and strong believer in suffragists and women getting the right to vote, and I want all the women in this room to really think about that, because maybe not in our lifetime will we have the right to vote, women, but perhaps in the future. So you must understand that we feel as spiritualists that everyone is equal, and I'm a strong abolitionist as well, and I speak out on that too, on my own and through trance speaking. I also, aside from being a clairvoyant physician and a trance speaker, I'm a psychometrist, and that is being able to read inanimate objects. For instance, this is from the Yellow Jacket mine. And by just holding this in my hand, I know of the disaster that happened there. Also, aside from being a trance speaker, I'm a test medium. For instance, anyone can ask me a question that I will not know the answer to, and or would not reasonably know the answer to, and I can give you the answer. As a clairvoyant physician, I just want to clarify that I would like to meet with you if you're available to stay here early tomorrow morning, because I do leave on the stage to San Jose probably midday. But if you're not going to be here, you can just mail me a piece of your hair, mail it to San Jose to my husband, and I'll make sure that I get it, and then I could diagnose whatever it is that ails you. But here on the Comstock, there were many, many spiritualists, and a lot of people went to the spiritualists, clairvoyant physicians, because they didn't trust the doctors, because anybody could hang out a shingle and then prescribe laudanum for you if you had a headache or if you had another ailment. And they did that to women quite often. So we're trusted more than doctors. But I do want to also say that my good friend over there, Miss Sandy Lene, She is in the process of writing a book about all the spiritualists that have been here on the Comstock. And so maybe a little bit later, just keep in touch with her and she'll let you know when it's out. And I'll be featured in that book too if you want to know more about me. But thank you so much for being here tonight. And our message from the spirits is that we all are light and we all are spirits. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Ms.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah, it definitely has a slope in here.
Yeah.
Come on in. What?
You gotta make room for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to pile into this room, so
Smells different in here. Yeah, that's interesting. What's
could you
going
grab me
on?
those other dowsing rods, please? Thank you very much. Okay, folks. My name is Rob. I'm part of the Northern Nevada Ghost Hunters. So, I'm more of the tech guys. I have more of an understanding on the electronics. It was my background. And I'm not spiritual, clairvoyant. I don't have that ability. Some of us do. Now, I've gone into some areas that I'm like, okay, this is a creepy place. This is not cool. Or we've been in areas and then suddenly something occurs. And I'm more of the skeptic. I want to capture an evidence. I want to have an irrefutable piece of evidence that I can present to the world and say, this is what I've captured. What does everybody agree to? And we have never caught that. We have caught some amazing things, though, in evidence reviews. And we have seen some unexplainable things. And if you guys want to see stuff like that, I have those. I could show them to you if you're interested. So we did bring some stuff. But I kind of want to talk about this room and how we would go about investigation. So has anybody ever done paranormal investigations before? Okay, you have. Okay. Has everybody seen the TV shows that do paranormal investigation? Ghost Hunters and Ghost Adventures. So, okay, we say those are for entertainment. Okay, a lot of activity that we experience is sporadic. You have doubts, you hear a knock, and it could be anything occurring. So
That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to
you tag your audio. So what you see on TV is for entertainment. And that's been doing that all night. And there's no reason it should be doing that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk about that in a second. So we turn our cell phones to airplane mode so we can ensure that when we're using tech that
good
we're
idea.
out radio waves, basically. Frequencies is what you're doing. So this room is benign. There's nothing going on in this room. Now if I and I already checked this room to see if I can pick something up. In the other room I'll show you when it activates. So if in effect, here, you're moving through a room or you're asking questions and that thing starts singing, like this is
Can
doing.
you explain what that's supposed to do?
I will.
Good.
So he seems more interested in this one.
Wow.
But, so this is exactly the same device. This REM pod is designed to detect a field of energy around it, okay? So it's looking for some kind of field, so we all produce a field, and you can see what happens. So if no one's near it, it's not going to do anything. If I key my mic, it's gonna light up, okay? So what I want you to do is an experiment. We're going to see how close your energy field gets. Come on, William, let me try this. Oh, you.
He's playing with you.
He seems to be. So, we'll see if he'll let me do this. It should not be doing anything, okay? So you saw me doing these moves. There it goes. This is me. No question about it. This is me.
Is your watch?
It should not, no, guarantee that's not it.
K2's going off now too.
Is it? Okay.
It was.
So is it flickering?
Yeah. It
Okay,
was.
so what we're detecting...
Stopped when you looked at it.
Yeah, I think he was.
That's the way it goes.
I think he was. So what we're detecting is an electromagnetic field that we don't have in this room. We know for a fact that the room's swept. There's nothing going on. So if these things start flickering, it is picking up some kind of electromagnetic frequency interference, RF, radio frequency. We can't explain why that's happening, but we know that it's happening. We start documenting that evidence. So Jadine loves this one and she's good at it too. So what she does is she has each of the guests come by and put their hands around it to see about where your field is. But it really shouldn't be dancing like this tonight.
So just keep going
Yeah,
inward?
just keep going. Yeah, you have a great big field. That's good. You got it. Normally people will get within an inch of it before that will light up. Wild. Never seen it. So I'm at a loss here. I've never seen this do this. We have done this 100 times, and this thing doesn't do that. Just bring your hands to it. There you go. There you go. Okay.
That does not make me
A
happy.
little closer. Oh.
That does
So
not
you're
make me
feeling-
happy.
Well, that's a good thing and a bad thing, right? Depending on you.
Well,
There you
that's
go.
what I'm saying with my history. That does not
Okay.
make me happy.
You want to try that?
Uh-oh, I'm dead.
Go a little lower on.
William, I'm with you, buddy.
Right there.
You're doing
Wow.
one too fast.
Slow down, just a little. And nothing.
Nothing.
So you're not producing enough fuel for this to detect.
Okay.
Okay. Which is not a bad thing at all.
Could be the half a bottle of
Yeah,
wine.
it could have been. Yeah. See, there you go. Okay. You want to try young lady?
She's got a lot over there.
I know yours. Mhm. Yeah.
There you go.
Slow down just a little bit.
Lower. No,
There you go.
That's probably what it is.
Oh.
It's
Wow.
lower
Why is it
down.
doing
That's
go
not you,
out.
by the way. That's not what it's doing right now. It's not you.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Really unusual.
He does like ladies.
He's playing.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah, that's-
weird.
Yeah.
He's playing.
Okay. So again, unless I'm doing something to it, it's a benign piece of equipment. Although now we're getting all kinds of activity, much more significant than when I set up tech coming in here. Okay, so I want to take you through a couple more things. Equipment you saw in there is also this, and these are called REM pods. Okay, so I have to get right on top of this. When these things start dancing around, there's something standing pretty close to it. The other thing that we use are called trigger objects. So when we're out there, I can set that, and they're scattered around in here, by the way. And if these things get touched, they do something. Okay. So if you're in a room that nobody's around, you've walked around it, we've stomped on it, we have this tape tons of times, and then suddenly out of the darkness, that thing starts going off. You can assume that something touched it to make that happen. We've had some great successes with that. So I want to jump to a couple pieces of equipment in there. This is called an eddy. So part of the investigations we've done is we've seen pressure drops. We've seen temperature changes. So we've asked questions, is there anybody here? And suddenly this thing will give you a voice. Yes, I am. You want to take a minute? Okay.
And where am I taking room 4 to minors?
10. Okay, so I'm going to speed up real quick. So we've used this kind of piece of equipment. I modified this. I've taken off the antennas, so it can't really pick up a whole lot. So when I hear something respond, that's what I know I'm hearing. This room is Rosie's room. She was believed.
Rim pod just went off. Yeah. Yep.
Hi, Rosie. So again, this is a person at one time. She was believed to be a lady of the evening that worked here
Oh,
and died here.
oh, Rosie.
And this room is very, very active. So in this area, which is why I set up some equipment, we get a lot of people that have seen apparitions. So an apparition is something, a shadow or something moves by. And, sorry, the radio's chatting to me. So this room is it's a very active room, but I haven't seen it get active when we have guests in here. Normally you set up quietly, you go to bed, and the door will open. Things will get moved around. So that's what this room does a lot of.
Rob, I just had this at my arm.
Oh, did she? So occasionally, it's been known that she will touch people.
Wow.
So we are a little
Interesting.
more active tonight than we have been in the past. So with that, I'm going to release you guys. We're going to go to your next section of the tour,
Taking him to room 11.
room 11. So guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. If you have questions afterwards, please see me. Okay.
Go ahead, Mom. Upstairs. If there's anybody following us, that would be nice if we could make contact with you. Rosie. Oh, it's hot in here.
Yeah, he rises.
She walks into her friend.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Oh, I like this. Go ahead, sit down if you want.
Well, in the other room, I couldn't even get it going.
Yeah.
And then in here, I say, it's dark, open up your eyeballs, and the thing starts going off.
Yeah.
And I'm not even by it.
Actually, him and I were just standing way over here and it was going off. And there's nobody over there. So,
There's me
if
now.
we turn the lights on just to kind of up the drama a little bit. Now, in your last room, you should have been introduced to most of the tools. And I'll tell you, I have a K-pod sitting on the bed, and that's the one that keeps lighting up. And the two little ones that light up to the right and the left are K2s, and those are EMF detectors, and they will measure EMF in the room. So if you're a type of ghost hunter that wants to debunk, I guess when you have EMF, electromagnetic fields, it kind of makes you feel like the hairs on your back of your neck will stand up, or you're just very uncomfortable in a certain spot of the basement. It could be that there's a very high EMF field in that area. So you can debunk that by taking one of these down there and measuring the walls, the
If you're near like
pipes.
a Wi-Fi antenna or something that's on, or air conditioner, it'll pick up on that too, so.
Yeah. And I've heard it described as a very eerie type of feeling, like you're either like being watched kind of feeling, and that can also be just from the very high EMF. Like I used to have this one area, this very dark basement in Connecticut, and my kids wouldn't go down there, wouldn't go near it, and it turned out that was where the old electric came into the house and still had some of the old wiring and stuff exposed in that corner. It had been shut off from the house and isolated, but it still existed, and they were just creeped out by that basement. They would not go near that corner. Other than that, the one that you see on the bed that's lit up now is called, I almost said Effie. That's not it. What's it called?
One.
Eddie. It's an Eddie. And an Eddie is kind of a multi-tool. It measures the vibration. If you were to hit the bed, it would go off. If it measures the EMF as well, or you gotta kind of, yeah.
Okay. No,
Oh, I'm talking about the big one up there. It also measures the temperature, and it does the temperature, the EMF, and the vibration. So if you heard like, it would be really good if you put it on the floor because you're always hearing footsteps up and down the hallway at night, bum, 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 bum. You could put it on that surface and if it felt any vibration, it would go off every time you heard it thump. So we like to use those. It's one of our favorite tools in investigations, along with the K-pods. The K-pods are fun because they will actually feed off your own energy. You come in, they'll feed off it, and you can, if you want to step up here and kind of touch it, you can see where your energy field levels are.
We do that in the other room, that's why I'm
Did you?
I'm surprised. I couldn't even get it going in
Yeah, some
in the
people,
other
you have to
room.
like literally touch it.
Now this one, I make a statement and it automatically started going off, and I wasn't even by it. So, it must have liked my statement.
Oh, it's really reacting. The last group was.
So what room is, or whose room is this, or is this just a display?
This is room 11, and it's not known for having any named ghosts. But what I've heard from this room from guests that stay is that the TV will turn on in the middle of the night, and the bathroom door will open and shut in the middle of the night.
So there is somebody in here?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we've stayed in room 9 a couple times and the door is completely open, like
Wow.
the front door. in inopportune moments.
Oh. You're playing
That might be
playing a
Rosie
joke
jealous
on you.
'cause you're cutting in on her business.
Yeah, well,
feel free to do whatever you want right now.
Yeah, we do have 2 dowsing rods. You can't see them now, but if you do want to play them, we can turn on one of the dimmer lights so that you can watch the rods if you want to. I don't know if you had the opportunity in the last room you were in. And,
So then how come we were rushed out of the second room so fast?
well, because you had 2 rooms, you only got 10 minutes and 10 minutes.
Oh,
This one's 20.
This one's 20. So you have a little more time if you want to go in the bathroom.
Oh, I see.
I'm gonna go mess I'm gonna mess
Oh,
around with the
God.
signal.
I still won't do that to this day.
no. I did
Why
that
tempt
as a
fate?
teenager and it freaked me out.
Hmm.
The thing in the
The Bloody Mary in the mirror of the bathroom.
Yeah, nope.
I had to
That's
eat them,
wild.
and they really scared the dickens out of me.
We did a lot of
Hmm.
Ouija board stuff
different
too.
than the other.
Yeah.
Have you gotten any EVPs in here?
You know, I haven't because when I turn the EVP on, I can't get the speaker to work tonight. So either the speaker battery's dead, but it won't play.
I mean, in general.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. We had one of the sites that's really great for EVPs is
Just like
I can't get the light going on in the other room. All I have to do is say something in here and the light goes off. Now this one, I picked up the rods and they start going like crazy.
Hmm.
In the other room, they weren't doing anything.
Oh,
See, there we go. It's crossing and it's pointing.
Hmm.
Hello. Yeah, you are pointing. I am not doing this, folks.
did you guys smell the smoke?
Yeah, yeah.
What room?
Rosie, the pink room.
Rosie's is- Is there a female spirit up? Cross the rods if there's a female spirit?
I have a 2-minute warning.
Okay.
Oh, it was spinning like crazy earlier. Oh, there it goes. Now it's crossing.
Hmm.
That's wild.
So there's a female in here. Did you work here? Cross for yes.
Good question.
Or no? Totally opening. Were you a guest here at the hotel? Cross for yes.
What?
Open for no.
I kept getting that blinking over there too.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're
Oh. That looked like it was gonna cross it.
It is.
It went pretty quick.
It's still going. Almost. No, straight on. It's not funny. Do you like it here? Cross for yes. Open for no.
I think it's stuck. They get stuck.
It's funny. It's just straight.
Your wedding.
Are you still with us? Cross for yes.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
It's the temperature.
Oh.
It keeps
Because it
going.
wasn't doing anything, and all of a sudden it started moving like
Doing
crazy.
anything now. It's
That's
funny
what I
that it
was
did
wondering.
though.
Oops.
I'm sorry. Yeah, snuck up on you again. I'm sorry.
It's like, now wait a minute, we have the ghost. We don't need you doing it
Any
too.
extra?
Now, at the hotel, I've personally felt touches, tickles, like someone brushing their hand down your arm.
Hmm.
That's what just happened to me in Rosie's room.
Yeah? Yes. I was walking across the street to the brewery and I felt someone do this to my hair. And I was like, what? I went to turn around and there was nobody there, so I kept walking. And it's a gravel.
This is Rosie at the time.
No, not yet. So it's a gravel driveway, and you can, every time you take a step, it goes crunch, crunch, crunch. Well, I stopped, and there was another step that went crunch.
Wow.
And I got really freaked out because I was by myself. So I ran the rest of the way up the stairs. Well, thank you, everybody.
Oh, thank you.
Enjoy your next stop. You have one more stop tonight.
All right. No. Okay.
Okay, so what is this called?
This is called the K2 meter. So how we use this is we'll set it here and we'll ask if there's.
Is there anybody back here with me?
Or a spirit
I'd love to
that-
see you, or if you could make a sound into the recorder, I'll be able to pick it up real easy for you. But I'd love to make contact with you. Hi, my name's Joel. What's your name? My name's Joel. It's nice to meet you. What's your name? Can you come over here and speak into this red flashing light for me? And I'll be able to hear whatever you say. Even if I can't hear you now, thank you for whatever you do around here. I appreciate it.
Are there any spirits in here? A minor?
Just want to say hello.
Tina. Strong.
Tina.
Tina.
Strong.
Is Tina in here?
Tina, is that you? Are you in here?
Can you come sit down on the bed?
Wow, there's lots of stuff going here.
Wow, really?
Is that another? Who's going? Oh.
Tina, are you in here?
What are you doing?
Did you work here, Tina, or did you just come to visit somebody? It's going off. This one's going off.
Oh, wow, really?
She's here. Tina's here.
Oh, wow.
Wow, thank you, Tina.
Yeah, thank you,
Thank
Tina.
you.
Wow.
Did you see her light up?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's wild.
Yeah, that was great.
Can you
Yeah,
say
thank
something
you,
when
Tina.
Thank you for visiting with us, Tina.
We're excited to see you.
We
Yeah.
wish you only the best.
Be great to see you if we could.
Are you gonna fly away? Are you still in here?
How old are you, Tina?
How old were you when you visited here, Tina? Can you give us your age? It's all right if you fudge a little.
We all do that.
Yeah. Well, that was a neat catch.
That was
Yeah,
wild.
that was
Yeah.
very cool.
It worked the way she
It did,
explained it
yeah.
to me.
Yeah, when that one
Look
did
at
that,
it.
this
I
one
mean,
did
this
too.
is going
Oh,
crazy.
really?
Yeah, they both went
Yeah.
at the same time.
That's great. That's what you want.
Yeah, that was cool.
Tina, we're so happy to hear from you.
Thank you, Tina.
Yeah, because I was part of the tour guide when I was at Bodie. He was saying the stamp mills, nobody was able to slave because those things were running 24/7.
Are you a miner in one of the mines here, across from us?
Noisy things.
I'm here for Tina and Norman.
You got a name?
Two names, Tina and Norman.
No, they
My friend that
weren't.
used on these said
Are there
they
any
don't usually
spirits
come
in
up-
here?
They don't usually have names.
That's why
We're here in peace. We're here just to visit with you.
Wife, big.
Can you turn the lights off on the
Tina, was
meter?
Norman your husband?
Or go all the way to red.
There you go. Thank you. Now turn it back on for me. Can you turn the lights back on for me?
Is this where you made
Can you
it?
make the, I think when you get this many people going.
Yeah, I think that's what happened, huh?
Yeah.
A lot of people in
Norman
here.
came up too.
Norman, are you here with us?
Norman, if that was you that lit up the... There you are. Thank you, Norman. Thank you.
Look at this is going crazy
Big
now.
family that.
Did you work here,
One of them
Norman?
ended up being a big shot down in San Francisco and
Were you a miner
somebody
here?
somewhere else, but in the meantime, they were saying how they, when they were getting that sickness.
Alice.
So like I was telling everybody else, you can either go to the great room or you can, this concludes the tour.
Oh, okay.
So you can go home, but people like to kind of gather in the great room and